Alright, what's up? Tuesday morning session. We're in the gym today. I've had tempo runs this morning. The reason we're doing them inside is we're changing up the tempo a little bit. Rather than just doing 80 straight meters, we're doing timed efforts. And there's an assault runner here, which is going to allow me to be accurate on my timing versus just kind of running outside by myself and thinking in my head, okay, that was 4 seconds, go ahead and go. So what we're going to do today for the workout is 5 sets of 12-second efforts. And that 12 seconds is broken up into 3 seconds to begin with, then 4 seconds for the second part, and 5 seconds for the third. So what I mean by that is the first 3 seconds is going to be about 65 to 70% effort. Then we're going to pick up the effort to about 75% for 4 seconds. And then the last 5 seconds is going to be around 80% effort for the tempo run. So we have 5 sets of that, 12 seconds each set, and we're going to get after it. Alright, that's the tempo work for today. I'm going to finish up by doing some stretches and some extra recovery work before we come back in the weight room later on this afternoon for the weight session. Just 5 sets of those 12-second efforts may not seem like a lot of work, but the tempo stuff is more to just kind of aid in recovery. It does have a little bit of like a work capacity feel to it, but not much because it's such low volume right now. And then also you think about how much work capacity a bobsledder actually needs in terms of like what we do for our race. And at most we have 10 seconds of work to do every single race. So the way that races are set up is you get 2 heats. Whatever time you go in your first heat is going to dictate where you go at in your second heat. So let's say you're in the top 10 finish, then you're going to be one of the last 10 sleds to go. If you have the best finish, you're going to be the last sled to go. If you happen to be the worst, then you're going to be the first to go. So you could have anywhere between 30 minutes to 90 minutes of rest in between each heat. And the effort that it takes to push is just an all-out effort for usually it's about 5 seconds. So most tracks, you're pushing for about 5 seconds before you load into the sled. And then from there, it's just going for a ride down the hill. But in terms of like what you need for work capacity, my work capacity stuff is more in terms of allowing me to train more versus allowing me to sustain more work during competition, because it's not like playing football or basketball where the higher my capacity is, maybe the more minutes I can play or the more plays that I get in on. For bobsled, it's no matter what, you're going to get 2 runs, and at most you're going to be working for 11 seconds or so. So the work capacity work that we do in bobsled is more so focused so we can train more, so we can get better work in, get more work in, and be able to create ourselves to be better pushers, stronger athletes, faster athletes. So that's really what our work capacity work is focused on. So today, tempo stuff is more of a recovery, get the legs moving around, kind of get the blood flowing from yesterday's intense work. And then we have just an upper body session today for the strength work. So we'll be back in the weight room here in a few hours and we're gonna knock that out. All right, so I've already finished the second session today. It was just mainly upper body strength work with some midline work at the end. I'm gonna run through what I did as I show it for you guys. First thing I did was we've introduced some more explosive movements, being that this is a power block. So started off with some explosive push-ups onto a box. So I did a couple warm-up sets of just regular push-ups, and then a couple of explosive push-ups just back onto the ground. And then I added the boxes on there, and we had 4 sets of 2. After the explosive push-ups, went into the bench press today. I had to build up to a 3 rep at 7 RPE, which was 120 for me, and then drop down into 2 sets of 4 at 20% less, which was supposed to be at like 96 something, or 96 kilos or so. So I decided to just do it at 100 and did my 2 sets of 4, followed up with 1 set of AMRAP. And by the way that the 2 sets of 4 were feeling, I thought maybe I could probably bust out about 15 to 20 and ended up getting 21 on the AMRAP set. Following the bench press, did some mixed grip pull-ups, 5 sets of 5 at 3 RIR. So I had 20 kilos on the weight belt. Being a power block, we've been doing previously just like 10s, 15s when it comes to the mixed grip pull-ups. So this is gonna be a little bit less reps and up the weight on the weight belt. So we're doing 5 sets of 5 this week with the 20 kilos. Next week we'll bump it up a little bit more as well. From the mixed grip pull-ups, we went into a shoulder complex. 30 repetitions total for the complex, but it's broken up across 3 different movements. So 10 front raises, then 10 lateral raises, and then 10 military presses or strict presses. After the shoulder work, I did some bicep work. I did 2 sets of 20 reps, but I broke it up into 2 different grips. So the first 10 reps, I did a reverse grip, pulling the bar up with my palms facing down the whole time. Then I would switch it out and go to a supinated grip and have a little bit wider of a grip on there, and I did an additional 10 repetitions. So 2 sets of 20, breaking it up with the 10 and 10 that way. And then finished up with some holds. I just did some side planks, some different variations on that, and then called it a day. So the format of the week is going to be a lot different than what we have previously. So being that it's a power week, Wednesday, which would be tomorrow's training session, is normally the med ball day, but we're pushing that back. So Wednesday is actually going to be a day that we're doing some more training. So we'll have a sprint session in the morning, we'll have some snatch work and things in the afternoon, and then Thursday we're going to push that med ball workout back to that day, and that's going to be the active recovery day for the week. So that's kind of the format for the next couple days. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you have any questions, drop that down below. The full workout will be in the description below as well. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.